This is a Nekko Media podcast.
What's your pleasure, sir?
Welcome cinephiles and Cenobites to the first episode, Season 3, 2 years too long, suckers. I am your host, Annika P., Cinderella Hellborn, mother of Grendel, the bringer of chains, the cheese-tasting hobbyist, Dan Stevens enthusiast. That'd be me. Anyway, Mox and Ono reviewed the Shudder exclusive, Ruin Me, an indie horror flick about a sleepaway horror camp experience gone wrong. I think Mox had a little too much loudmouth soup and gives an aggressive review while Ono tries to regulate his savageness. What a way to start the new season, jerks. Listen here on this segment, /tag configuration.
All right, well, welcome to this new Cinebite. Today we're going to be reviewing the Shudder exclusive, the horror thriller Ruin Me, directed by Preston DeFrancis and written by Trysta A, Bissett and DeFrancis.
Girl.
And the film stars
mean.
Marcian Dyer, Matt Delapina, Chris Hill, and Eva Hamilton. Just to name a few. It's kind of a small ensemble.
It is an ensemble cast, but yeah.
And it's currently on Shudder. I remember seeing this movie making the rounds, I guess, during the festival season last year. And was stoked to see it. Now it's finally available for people to see.
I heard a little bit of build about this movie, and then I, logged into my Shudder only to be supremely surprised that it was available. But all that said...
Yeah. Well, let me give a brief synopsis. Okay, so the main character, Alexandra...
Okay, yeah, even better, yeah.
Tags along with her boyfriend to an event called Slasher Sleep Out, which is basically the danger room experience outdoors. And you have 36 hours as opposed to the 1 hour time. So the fun starts turning a little bit too real for some of the campers. And it turns out, they're trying to actually make this thing out alive. How was that?
That was good. That was more than 2 sentences, but that was good. That was really good.
That's Ruin Me in a nutshell.
That is Ruin Me in a nutshell, yeah. So can I just get to my saying
please.
Fuck.
Okay, so your
just
initial
fuck this movie.
Well, you don't have an initial reaction. You had reactions throughout the movie. Please,
I did.
Share them. Go ahead.
Okay, right. I told you my first reaction was okay, fuck yeah. I want to see some heralded piece of indie fucking film, right?
Yeah.
Sure. And then I was surprised that it appeared, So we were both happy about that. And then I was like, oh, we got Ruin Me. Cool. I fucking hated this movie. I feel like it is.
Remember, legit criticisms.
The legit criticism is that this
critique.
Movie.
I shouldn't have bought you that vodka today.
Oh, because I'm getting too truthful about it.
No, not remember legit critiques.
Is that not a legit? Okay, when did I veer?
You're being one of those podcasts. You're being that podcast.
Okay. Legitimate gripes. I feel like it was shot fine. It was, for the most part, the direction.
Don't be that podcast. Don't be that podcast
with the actors. That it was just terrible. But it's not a good movie. It misses all of the beats that it sets up, and it gets lost in its own psychological babble.
Yes,
and that is a legit gripe.
Yeah, I agree somewhat on that. Like with the storyline, it gets a little too much twist, and then you're like, what is this legit killings or death scenes and.
Right, and we're kind of robbed of that.
Yeah, it goes back and forth, and it's kind of a unsettling dynamic between these characters. And
if that's what they were going for, then maybe they hit on that. Maybe it's not so much the story that they were focusing on, maybe how it affects the audience.
Yeah.
I felt with all of the turns that didn't work, and then the final revelation, I felt like. Without giving, maybe should I give a spoiler alert?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I felt like the boyfriend was just too evil. He just went super dark. Not only was he controlling throughout the whole piece, he just kind of ended up being this spectacularly evil guy.
Yeah, what he did, no doubt, was pretty heavy-handed and
At
just
the end,
evil,
right? He just
downright evil.
right. He like knocks her on, and he, like it was just so evil.
And yeah, and at that point, we're like, okay, is this real? Is he really gonna do that? I don't know at this point. 'Cause
Oh, were
that's-
you still iffy? Like I felt that was the settled ending. Like I was buying into that.
No, like, well, I mean, at that point, there's so many twists, right? And so, are they gonna give me one more? Like, why is he doing? Like, there's no real justification. I mean,
Like even right.
I know,
Even for you though, right?
and
Like you felt
because
that was
well, this
like
character
left
has had
field, right?
a history of heroin use, but does she deserve this because
To
of
get
that?
no ways, and I feel that was a cheap way of making her sympathetic because she's very stupid and very shitty, and I feel like it was a cheap way to make us be on her side. That now her boyfriend, who has been controlling her, is just this rapey dude. I felt like that was really fucking off the mark and out of nowhere,
All right. Okay. Yeah.
out of character, just
It's
lacking nuance, lacking subtlety, lacking skill. This movie.
okay. Yeah, but I mean, it looks the aesthetic. It looks good. I mean, it's an outdoors film, and
I know, but
they
this
pulled
is
that off.
also an indie film. I feel like when we judge commercial films, that's what we say, right? We say, "Hey, it looked nice. It looked beautiful."
As an
But we
indie
can't
film,
give that kind of consideration to indie films because this is where art is supposed to shine. The voice of the artists involved are supposed to be like center, front and center. But it was beautiful. It was great shot. It was greatly shot. Yeah.
yeah.
For sure.
And so we think the medication is supposed to be helping her with like.
For one, they never fully explained that, and that's fine.
They say
that's
she's
fine.
taking citalopram, and that's for
At the
I
end,
think,
but that means nothing to us. Like off the cuff, like do you know what that means? Like I don't know what that means. I don't know what citalopram is or whatever.
They said anxiety. Yeah, I mean at that point, so
like right at that point, right? May as well be hypnosil.
Yeah,
like,
it's so whatever we thought was maybe some kind of illusion or facade.
Right.
Everything is there. Everything is in. It's real. But maybe this movie deserves another viewing.
I don't. I really feel it doesn't. Like I've agreed with movies like Pyewacket that I did not like on the first view, or The Witch. Like it deserves further viewing. I do not feel that way about this film. I feel like just dodge it. It's a no watch.
Woo! Heard it here.
What about you? What you thought?
Well, I believe in second chances. So go watch CC.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. There you have it, folks. Ruin me.
This has been a Nekko Media podcast broadcasting from the Blood Cave, part of the #Potter family. For myself, Annika Pussyfoot, Mox and Ono, keep the lights on and check under that bed because there's only one universal truth. No lives matter. That means you.
We have candy. This is us, Ono and Mox's podcast. Sounds like crap leaving ass or duck fucking glass. Probably both. It's real
This is a Nekko Media podcast.